Hey everyone, it's a wonderful Friday night, and you know what that means. That's right, it's time to say hello to your Yakuza. For it's a wonderful Friday night, late within the evening. I hope everyone is doing absolutely fine. I am currently finishing up some D&D stuff tomorrow. It's just going to be a long writing process, but hi, how you doing? How's it going? It's Friday night. My dog won't stop crying. At all. I usually kick her out of the room before I record because she starts crying to leave the room because I'm talking and not paying attention to her. And now she got yelled at because she wants to be in and she wants to be out. She wants to leave right now because I'm talking. No, you're laying down. You're gonna have to suffer in here. Sorry. So I kicked her out and she immediately started crying. It's late night, everyone's sleeping. Illinois, I don't know if you've seen it trending on Twitter. Illinois is being put on tier 3, meaning that it's pretty much a very hard lockdown. Excuse me, it's not a very hard lockdown. It's like right before lockdown, right? It's like stores are acting at like 25 to 50% capacity. Walmart only lets like 10 people into their store. It's like one of those types of things, right? Which I always wondered, right? Because the pandemic hit 4 months after I quit my job, right? After I walked out. I just walked out. I was like, fuck this. I'm tired of this, whatever it may be. I've told the story like 10,000 times. Already, right? What the fuck are they doing, right? Like, what are they doing? That's what I wonder. I'm wondering what my job is doing, because my job was one of those jobs where it was supposed to be for part-timers, and then you have 4 total first-timers with 3 full-timers, 4 regular worker full-timers, and then 3 full-timers as in the GM, who gets paid like 150K to run a gas station. Like, holy fuck. And then you got your assistant managers who make $1 more, and your second assistant who makes 50 cents more than everyone else, and they got all this fucking... Oh, Jesus, they have all this stuff to do, I guess you can say, and it's actually quite terrifying. To be completely honest with you. And I'm like wondering, what are they doing? Like, how are they handling it? Because everyone that was there, they're old, right? And they don't like, you hear some shitty things when you start listening to you start listening to your fellow employees, and then you start hearing some fucking awful things listening to like management. Because they're at the point where like they don't really give a fuck anymore. Like, giving a fuck is 100% lost, right? I'm gonna go buy a whole bunch of simple plannels and time travel really quick. And I just kind of wonder. I just wonder what's happening, because like hours in there, like people who come into work, even if they're 5 to 10, 15 minutes late, they got hours, right? You got 30 plus hours. You know, and if you were good at your job, you would get like 38 hours, right? And you'll get close to 40 hours as you possibly can. Let's see. Catalog orders are limited to maximum of 5 items per customer. I've already bought today? What? Okay. Fucking weird. Alright, whatever. Did I buy stuff in the morning? I bought stuff yesterday. Did I have no fucking idea. I did something. During my... I've been sleeping a lot. And, I'm just wondering if the younger generation that works there, like, if they got fucked over. Or if they got rid of the nighttime shifts. Because everyone shits on the nighttime person, no matter what. You got nothing to do. There's blah, 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 right? Your responsibility is to clean everything, keep everything stocked, and not fuck it up for the morning crew. And the morning crew always acts fucking entitled, and like, you know, they have they experience like 2 to 3 fucking rushes, so it's understandable, right? But like, I don't know, man. Nighttime for me, it was you know, when the bars closed, it was only me serving food. I was supposed to only be doing donuts, but when people came up and asked for something from the subline, or they asked for a pizza, or they asked for a hamburger, I had to fucking make it, right? And there was no like, oh yeah, making it and like making it, and then like, all right, go walk over and do my donut stuff. If I did my donut stuff, people get fucking mad at me. They're like, I don't want sugar on my food. Like, I don't want, like, change your gloves. I don't want sugar on my food. I'm like, I'm not touching the sugar. I am laying down plates so I can decorate. No touching sugar. And then someone would be like, oh, the last person that came here, you know, there was sugar on my pizza. I'm like, what are you talking about? Frosting on your pizza? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I work 5 days out of the week. What are you talking about? Right? And you know, you deal with like fucking terrible people. Like there was this guy, what was his name? Was it Devontae? No, it wasn't Devontae. What was his name? I don't know what his name. Was it Charlie? He had some other name. He had like his own like special name, right? Like, you know how like, oh, what's up, Red Wing type of thing? Like he was one of those guys. Now that it's fall, speaking of fall, we'll be celebrating Turkey Day on the 26th. Oh, is Turkey Day soon? Oh, is that why my mom's like, oh yeah, we're gonna make bria for Thanksgiving instead of turkey? And I was like, what? At least buy some turkey breast. What the fuck? And I was like, if we eat bria, we're not having mashed potatoes. I'll tell you that right now. And my little brother's like, what the fuck? What do you mean we're not eating mashed potatoes? But I don't know. Like, an example of people being angry. This happened not so long ago. I looked out my window and there's someone fucking walking through our yard. And I was like, what? What is this person doing? I don't know if they were looking for anything. They were looking hard as fuck at the grass. And I opened up the window and looked at me. And it was like some short fucking guy. Some short Mexican guy. And I was like, what is that? And I told my little brother, and it scared him, right? He turned off all the lights. I was like, that's one thing you don't do. Turn on your lights. Turn on your lights. So you scare the fuck out of them. Don't keep your lights off. What are you talking about? Are you fucking crazy? Turn your lights off and be like, yes, I can see it. Come in here and beat my ass when I can't see you. Right? No, turn on your fucking lights. Be loud. Scare the person. Once that person's a fucking psychopath, there's a good chance you're probably not going to be hurt. Right? Unless the person is a fucking psychopath, as I was saying. Right? Alright, let's see. Let me drop some of these items. I got too many items on me. Soft serve lamp, pinball machine, simple panel, arcade seat. Jesus. Who the fuck is this guy? Alright, so dumb me. I ordered more arcade seats than I needed to. A little too early to do those things. But I don't know. Excuse me. Continuing on with my story, there was this guy that would come in. And I think he worked at the factory that was in town. All the badass fucking assholes work at the factory. All, like, everyone has, like, a bad fucking attitude because they treat you like shit. And you get paid $12 an hour, right? $12.50, which is the best chain-paying job where I live currently right now, next to being a GM of a place. And he would come in, and he didn't like me. He didn't like me because I was a quote-unquote faggot, right? That was kind of wonderful. I was like, oh, nice. Nice. He didn't like me, and he would tell me how gangster he was, and he would just constantly flex, right? He would constantly flex and try to start issues with me and try to start fights, and I'm just like, have a good day. I would just like kind of like just get fucking away from me, like get him away from me. And he would talk about how he used to kill people. He killed someone, he killed multiple people, and he was in jail for a long time, and then he looks older. He's older than he looks, and like, oy fucking vey, right? It was just one of this guy. And I remember there was another guy who I know for a fact did violent crimes, because his brother and sister would come in and they would have like gashes and gouges on his face because he would get drunk and he would get mad at the game and take it out on his younger siblings. And he was pretty much homeless because of it. And I didn't treat him very nicely. I treat him like shit every single time because he was a bastard. He was a fucking bastard. He was a scumbag, and I always caught him stealing. I was like, bro, why are you doing this? Like, I'm supposed to tell you no. Like, why are you making this hard? Like, I knew you when I worked at the other store. Like, what are you doing stealing beer? What are you doing opening up 24 packs of beer in the back? Like, going into the back of the freezer and drinking them there. Like, you think I'm not gonna see you? There's cameras. What are you doing? And he's like, I don't do anything. You just do that because, you fucking racist. You guys are always mean to me for no reason. Like, oh my god. I fucking hated that. People just wanted to fucking talk at night. I don't want to be your friend. I do not want to be your friend. I'm trying to make fucking 350 donuts. Okay? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I like how I increased the number more. I'm trying to make 400. I think the most I've ever made was 700. And the ones by hand that weren't like frozen little specialty ones, I think I've made at most like 250, which is like, it was a dozen, so like it would be like 264 or something like that, right? So I make that for the church. Fucking bitch ass church. Dude, I remember I would help people with their pizzas and they would tell me to get away from them in the morning because I would have to run breakfast for like 2 hours. When I would help people with their pizzas, they would get fucking pissed at me. They're like, get away from me. They wouldn't say get away from me. They're like, no, that's fine, that's fine. I was like, I'll bring them up to you. And it's like a frail old lady. And the reason I did it is because I had a frail old lady fucking drop it, and I got blamed for it, and I had to make 6 more pizzas. I don't want to fucking do that. Jesus, why the fuck would I want to do that after I did everything all last night, and I had to get stuff for the morning people, and then I know for a fact she's gonna come in with a sour fucking face. She's like, you do anything? The floor look a little dirty. Yeah, because I walk home. And I have to walk through dirt to go to my house. I walk home every single day, so my work shoes are dirty. Why don't you clean them? Right? Oh god, one of the worst things is like when people would come when the floor was mopped, like after the bars will close at 2. And then the floor, that's when we start taking our breaks because no one would come in. We have an hour when there's like truly 0 people coming in. And I would just mop the floor, get everything ready. And then, oh, you know what I just noticed? The game was muted the entire time. That's not cool. Go lay down, pup. Stop, no begging right now. No begging. You're spoiled. You're spoiled. And, thinking about it, it's so fucking weird. There would be this guy who owned a donut shop, like, in a place I didn't know there was shops at in my town. Like, it was just the houses that they set on fire to practice for firefighters. Like, they have houses like that, right? Oh, I accidentally quit. I wanted to go into my shop. And how do I explain this? He would come in with his entire family, and he would have 3 daughters, his wife, a baby, and him. And he would come in, and they would all want sandwiches, right? And I would have to make them by myself. And I would have to poo-poo on them. I'm like, we don't have any bread. If we didn't have any bread, right? And I'm like, okay, I'll make you your sandwiches. I'll toast them, whatever it may be. I'll warm everything up for you. And I was like, I would always be like, hey, I want to make all your sandwiches at once. So if you want to toast them, you want them toasted, I could toast them all at once in the pizza oven. 3 minutes, they're done. Everything's all good and gravy, right? Right? And he would be like, oh, at Subway, it takes them like 5 seconds to do it. I was like, this isn't Subway, man. This is a Donut, pizzeria, breakfast, delivery, sandwich shop. I was like, I'm sorry, this isn't Subway. This isn't Subway. This isn't, the amount of times I've said this isn't Subway is crazy. They're like, oh, you know, Subway gives free items, condiments. I'm like, I'm sorry. And I was like, and I'll point to a camera. It was like, you see that camera right there? It was like, it watches me make the sandwich. And tomorrow, when I come in, I'll have a passive-aggressive note. Because I didn't make it fast enough. Or I didn't talk to you enough. Right? Or you were trying to get stuff and I was amusing you on it, or whatever the fucking word that our boss would use. You were entertaining the idea. That's what he meant, but he didn't use the right word. He put amusing or something like that. Or fucking, it was a curse word. What the fuck was it? Now I'm starting to think of it. It was like a curse word. I'm making fucking sandwiches. That guy would always come in and he would want things specifically. He would like, I want 3 pickles on one half of the sandwich. I want the sandwich to be cut in thirds. He was like, excuse me, I want 3 pickles on 1/3 of the sandwich now. Sorry about that. Like, and he would be very interesting. He was like, and I want 12 slices of this. I was like, that is literally 3 times the meat of this one thing. He's like, that's fine. I'm made of money. That's fine. I'm made of money. And I was just like, oi. You're so weird. And but he knew what he wanted. You know, his wife would be like, stop bullying him. Stop bullying him. And I was like, ma'am, he knows what he wants, which is a lot better than half the people who come in here who are like, what's that green stuff? I was like, that is lettuce. You guys have spinach? We only have lettuce. It's on the window. And I was like, it's on the little sticker right here. It tells you what we have. And he was like, oh, I don't see it. And then like, I can see it because we have the reverse side of the sticker. And I was like, oh, it's right here. And I would like put my finger there. He's like, oh yeah, there was too many words around it. I'm like, if you work in any type of retail or service, you know that people are fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. Like, they're a pain in the ass to deal with. And the reason being is because everyone's on fucking autopilot. Everyone is thinking about doing something else currently right now. Like, this is just a quick stop. This isn't like a think about it for a little bit and type of thing. It was like, oh yeah, I want a BLT. I'm gonna go to the place knowing I'm only supposed to get 6 bacon and scream at the sandwich guy because I don't want to be charged for extra. And what do you mean it doesn't come with extra tomato? I was like, can I not have lettuce and have arugula? We don't have arugula. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I remember there was a guy who came in and he was like, hey yo, you guys got fucking you know, like fucking fried chicken or something? I was like, god damn, I wish. God damn, we ended up getting it, but like, this dude was ahead of the curve. I was like, no. I was like, I don't even think anyone. I ended up looking it up, and I was like, oh, down south our stores do it. Up north we don't. We ended up getting a chicken sandwich, which is kind of funny. We got a chicken sandwich like right before the Popeyes craze, so I'm wondering like how crazy. Like our chicken sandwiches are so fucking good, dude. Oh my god, I would make like 3 every fucking night. And I would like save them throughout the day, right? And just eat them. And I would like give them to my little brother. Dude, they were so fucking good. They were so goddamn good. They took 6 minutes in the deep fryer. It was fucking insane. But it was wonderful. It was wonderful, bruv. Also, seeing the people that you know come in and order food, like, bro. Seeing my friend come in for food and he was like, yeah, can I get jalapenos and onion? Like, what are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? You're literally insane. Literally insane. Can I get jalapenos and onions? What a fucking crazy bastard. He's Mexican. I don't blame him. He has a weird palate. Right. There's a point, like, there's either you're from Mexico palate, which he is from Mexico palate. He eats everything with a quesadilla and or with tortilla, right? But he isn't like the old people who are like, I need to eat like everything with a tortilla, where like you see them eating chicken nuggets with tortillas, you see them eating like spaghetti and stuff with it, or they would substitute it with bread, which that's something I do it with bread. You know, we've had this conversation before talking about how different places have a form of quote-unquote bread, right? That filler that goes really well with whatever it is. You know, for us, it's mostly bread. For other people, it's rice, you know, white sticky rice. For others, it's roti, right? Also type of bread, right? You have the cousin of roti. You have the, not the panini. Oh my god, I forgot the name of them. The things that you eat with kebabs. What the fuck is it called? The pita bread. Yeah, you know, you have the pita bread, pita pockets, right? Beautiful, delicious pita pockets. You know, you have all this shit that people end up having, that they have as a side dish. Yeah, is there any like vegetables that I can really think of? No, I can only think of like very heavy starch things, and it's just starchy stuff. Now that I'm thinking about it, just like very heavy stuff that like fills out the meal and also is a delivery device that is edible. Like, like fuck forks, bro. Like when I eat spaghetti, I eat that shit with bread. Like I'll rip up little pieces of bread and just grab spaghetti like I'm fucking. Like a fucking monster, right? That's what I do. I'll just straight up eat it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, dude. Shit, I don't give a fuck. Alright, let's see. What do we got here? Oh, I have snacking machines, right? Shaved ice, pinball, snack machine. Let's put some snack machines in here. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Look at this. Sexy, sexy, sexy arcade sheet. Let's see. Do I have another? I have a drink machine, so that's good. That'll go right here. Nice. I fucking love it. Oh, this is. I love vending machines. Right? I absolutely adore vending machines. I think they're quite a wonderful way, and I wish we kind of used them a little bit more. I know vending machines are a good way to make some money, if that makes any sense. Like, it's like a lot of investment, but over time, if you put them in places like laundromats or, you know, really like school cafeterias, next to bathrooms is pretty good, but, you know, it's just like an investment over time. Told me I sound weird when I say them the facts. I don't really sound weird, do I? Nah, you're fine. I love you, Willow. I hate when you guys wear these white tanks. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Let's see. Grab this one here, mate. Grab it. Fucking grab it, bruv. Fucking grab it. Let's see. Drink machine. We'll put that in the middle right there, and then we'll buy like a garbage can or something. See if I can find one. See if I can find one. Oh, you know what? I should just look up the name. I don't know if it'll be called a garbage can. It'll be like, metallic can. Super silly. Super silly. Oh, man. I remember there was this guy that used to call. His name was Giovanni. They called him Gio, right? And Giovanni, he wanted... Let's see. Okay, it's called a garbage pail. He wanted... wings, right? I was like, we don't make wings from scratch. I was like, I always tell people, and they're like, oh, can you cover on more sauce? I was like, they come that way in frozen. I was like, they're Tyson brand, right? They're Tyson brand wings. They're zingers, right? They're the wing zingers, but we buy them in bulk. I was like, they're Tyson brand. Like, they're not anything I made from scratch. I was like, I do have a buffalo sauce, but it is not hot. It's spicy, but it's not hot the way that you want, right? Because I knew how he wanted it. I was like, and it's not like that at all. And he's like, oh, can you please make it spicy? Please, please, please. And he would come from Burger King and shit, right? He would come from Burger King. Garbage can, garbage pan. Well, you know what? This one's fine. Yeah, I like this one. That was kind of cute. It's like, please, please, please. I'm like, okay. Okay, I will. I'll do it for you, bud. And I would cover in it, and he's like, it doesn't taste good. I was like, I was like, the pain I feel, brother. I was like, no wonder, like, of course it doesn't taste good, brother. But he would ask for like 40 wings, which is like $18, which, when you think about it, not that bad when it comes to how most places fuck you with wings. Like, with how expensive wings are. Like if you're even getting like a 12-piece from Pizza Hut, it's like $13, $14. And all they do, they have frozen wings, and they fucking toss them, and that's it. It's nothing too crazy. Like, I think it's probably due to the fact that it has a long cook time. Because it was 9 minutes for the wings to be cooked, safe to eat, in a 450-degree oven, running on a conveyor belt. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I turned them over. I always tell people when they bought them, I was like, hey. I was like, do you like the wings when they're served normal, or would you like them extra crispy? And they're like, oh, I was like, I want extra crispy. I was like, I'll make them right for you. I was like, it'll take me 2 minutes to prepare it for you. You know, it's going to take 18 minutes to run through the oven. You know, come in like 20, 25 minutes, and they'll be cooled down enough for you to eat them right away. Right? And people would always come. And I would have people who would, like, buy 80 to 120 wings every single night because I made them the right way. Like, they were decent wings. They're Tyson brand. They're decent. They're not that bad, right? But if you make them, like, pan fry them, you pretty much pan fry them in the oven. Like, they're fucking pog. They're all buffalo flavor. We're supposed to have 3 different flavors, which we don't. Which we never had, right? I was excited. I was like, oh, damn, we got a honey barbecue. What the fuck? Let's see. I'm looking around to see if, the vending machines, like, what's my issue with it? I don't have a lot of snacky machines. I want another snack machine. And I believe I only have white, and I don't think it takes on the colors of other people's that I've gotten. But... And I would make them, they're nice and crispy, and I was like, good. I don't know. I did stuff that I wasn't supposed to do. I made food not the same. That was always the complaint. People would complain... no. People would complain that during the day, the food wasn't the best because we had to cook our food longer. Like, if we cooked our pizzas, like, longer than 6 minutes, they would come out so good. Like, they were, like, right there. And, if we cooked them for, like, 7.5 to 8 minutes, they would have been, like, beautiful, nice crispy crust, not chewy and disgusting like they usually were. And people would ask during the day for them, right? And they would ask and ask and ask and ask and ask. Ask is like, oh, can you make it the way the night person makes it? And they're like, well, I ain't the night person. They should be doing it the same way every single day, right? And I didn't, because I wanted people to be happy. I know what it's like to go to a place and your food fucking sucks, right? And the food's expensive. Like, everything costs more than $5. The only thing that it cost more than $5 was, like, our pizza, which is like a slice, if you got slices. I just always hated, I hated when people got fucked over. Like, there was like these potato cheese bites that you would get, which is our wedges, which are okay, they're pretty good. But if you cook them through 9 minutes, they're not good. So I would cook them. It was bacon cheese wedges, right? I cook them with the bacon, and they get extra crispy because of the fat. And then I would make a portion size or bigger because they're like $4.50 for like a fucking little ass tin. That's not even like 6 ounces. And I was like, what are you talking? And like, they want me to put half a spoodle of cheese on it. I'm like, what? I'm putting a full spoodle. Fuck that. Full spoodle, a little bit more bacon, so much so they fit in a hamburger tin. You know. And I would have people who would come at night that they loved them and they would tip me for it. And that's mostly the main reason that I also started doing it. I was like, oh, if I make it different than the morning, like, people will like it. Like, if I made it the way that I would want it, like, they would do it. And then, you know, I would get shit on for my pizzas. I remember that. A guy would come, like, there was this guy, his name was Nick. He was a fucking asshole, drunkie. He was like, oh, you know, the way you make pizzas, you know, people are telling me they don't like it. I'm like, okay. I was like, I just won't leave you pizzas anymore. He's like, no, you don't have to do that. You just gotta learn how to make it right. You don't know how to make it right. I'm like, okay. I was like, how do I make it? How do I make it right? Because I make it by the book. Right? It's like, are you talking about me cooking it for longer? Are you talking about me about it looking not that good because I put it in a plastic bag so you can make it hours later? Is that what you're talking about? What are we talking about? Right? Because I put a grate on top of it, and the grate changes the lay of the pizza and moves things around. Like, is that what's wrong? You know? He's like, no, you just do everything I did at the work, I did wrong. Nobody liked anything I did. I was always constantly getting complaints. Right? But I kept customers happy. Like, I got a little bonus thing because people would write in on the app with me in name. Right? I think that's probably caused everything. I think there was a whole thing of jealousy because I was best friends with the other GM before everything closed. I'm just looking at everything. I'm looking at it. Do these all fucking multiply? The blue. I was friends and I was highly recommended, and she brought me over during my job and had me interview for a manager job, and they said no because I was too new. I was too new. They wanted someone with a little bit more tenure. You know, there was people waiting years for it, which I don't know why the fuck you wanted to be a manager there to begin with. And they wanted someone with tenure and someone who was more outspoken, or just pretty much he wanted someone that he could be friends with, right? That he could talk about the game with. That's just pretty much what he wanted. That's what every single manager he picked ended up being. Someone he could be friends with, right? Not someone who's trustworthy or whatever it is. Just someone he could be friends with. And, I know that got a lot of people bad, angry. She would talk openly how I was a good worker, hard worker. I came into work all the time, 10 minutes early, which I always did because I could clock in early and get 10 more minutes, and that adds up over time, right? They let me do that. And, you know, and then people just got fucking mad. Like, there would be days, like, I was like, oh, there's nothing to do, and I would just stand, because what the fuck am I supposed to do, clean? I already cleaned. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, you stand up on the register, you know, on your fucking phone, yelling at your wife because you were drunk and threw up everywhere, right? And she woke up to it, you're like, oh, well, you know, you're the fucking bitch, you gotta take care of it, you know? Like, and then you get mad at me when I don't talk to anyone. I keep to myself. I make sure everything's clean. I leave the place how I ask people. I ask people how they want me to leave it, and I leave it exactly like that. to everyone. He's like, well, you don't leave it like that to me. Can't be serious, you already have one. How much? I hope it's the purple one. You'll leave it for me. And I was like, because you told me not to leave you anything, you fucking dickhead. Beautiful. As all things should be. Hopefully that wasn't the rainbow one. Oh, it should be the rainbow one. I'm gonna cry. Oh, I'm gonna cry. What are you gonna cry? No, the rainbow one's right there. Let's see, what else do I have in my room? Katie. That was bad, bro. It was bad. I fucking hated this. It was fucking awful. I hated it there, bro. I hated it. Once people start hearing that you're decent, everyone just starts talking shit. I was like, I just do my job. I do my job and don't talk to anyone. That's just it. Like, that's why people think I'm a hard worker. You know, I just do my job and I don't talk to anyone. And that fucking irritated people, because they would try to ask about my personal life. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't want to share anything. I don't want to. I was like, I don't want to share anything. I just want to work. And I'll be cordial with you, but like you asking me if I'm dating anyone or like getting into like my living situation and what I do with my money, is like, that's just something I don't feel comfortable talking with you about at all. That's something I don't want to do. And people get fucking pissed at it. Or like, I remember I had a girl. She was hot as fuck. God damn. She was older. She was like 38, and she was hot as fuck, dude. Oh my gosh, she was short too. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I'm such a fucking creep, but she was so fucking hot. Like, she would talk to me about men, right? Having sex with men. And she would just kind of laugh and talk and just kind of like, talk to me like I was her girlfriend, like one of her girlfriends, right? Talking about guys that she's fucking, and she won't suck dick unless you're dating her, right? And I'm just kind of like, oy, what is happening here? Like, she would go on stuff like that, and she would ask me sexual things about me, and I was like, I don't want to talk to you about that. Like, I don't feel like that's something we should be talking about on job. And I remember I was supposed to, the way that I was taught, I was like, oh yeah, and the way that I was taught, the person who taught me prior told me that the donuts, they gotta be butthole side down. And she's like, butthole, huh? And she's like, oh, where's the pussy, huh? And she like started fingering it, and she started making noise. I'm just like, oh god. I was like, it was like, I had to explain to her, I was like, I'm not like one of the boys, so you don't have to like try to overcompensate. I was like, it's okay. I was like, just treat me like a regular person. And I guess she didn't understand that, because she was a factory worker. And you know, people are fucking sailor mouth. Beautiful, mate. Alright, we're done for today. Have a wonderful day. I gotta go work on some D&D stuff.